What if I told you that one man changed the fate of modern medicine forever? What if I told you that millions of lives were saved because of a single scientific breakthrough made more than 100 years ago? Today, we are telling the powerful and inspiring story of Emil von Behring, the man known as the savior of children and the first person in history to receive the Nobel Prize in medicine. Emil Adolf von Behring was born on March 15, 1854, in a small village called Hansdorf. At that time, this region was part of Prussia, and today it lies within modern Poland. He was born into a poor family, and life was not easy. His father was a schoolteacher, and the family struggled financially. Despite the hardships, Behring was highly intelligent and showed strong interest in science and learning from a very young age. Because his family could not afford to send him to university, Emil von Behring chose a different path. He enrolled in the Prussian Army Medical Academy, where his education was paid for in exchange for future military service. This decision turned out to be one of the most important choices in medical history. During his training, Behring developed a deep interest in infectious diseases, which were among the deadliest threats to humanity at the time. In the late 19th century, the world was a very dangerous place when it came to disease. There were no antibiotics. Vaccines were extremely limited. Diseases like diphtheria and tetanus killed thousands of people every year, especially children. Diphtheria alone caused severe throat infections that slowly suffocated its victims. Parents watched helplessly as their children died, and doctors had no effective treatment to offer. At this time, Emil von Behring began working in Berlin, where he met another brilliant scientist named Shibasaburo Kitasato. Together, they conducted experiments that would change the course of medicine forever. They discovered that when animals were exposed to weakened forms of bacteria, their blood developed substances that could neutralize deadly toxins. These substances were later called antitoxins. This discovery was revolutionary. Behring and Kitasato realized that blood serum taken from an immunized animal could be injected into a sick patient to fight the disease. This method became known as serum therapy. For the first time in history, doctors were not just treating symptoms. They were fighting the disease itself. Emil von Behring focused his work on diphtheria, a disease that primarily killed children. Through years of research and testing, he developed the diphtheria antitoxin serum. When this treatment was used, death rates dropped dramatically. In some hospitals, mortality was reduced by more than 50%. Children who were once certain to die now had a real chance to survive. News of this medical breakthrough spread quickly across Europe and the United States. Hospitals began using Behring's serum therapy on a large scale. Parents and doctors saw results that felt almost miraculous. Because of this, Emil von Behring earned a powerful nickname. People began calling him the savior of children. His work did not stop there. Behring later helped establish pharmaceutical production methods so that antitoxins could be manufactured in large quantities. This laid the foundation for modern vaccine and immunotherapy industries. His research directly influenced how vaccines and immune treatments are developed even today. In 1901, Emil von Behring achieved another historic milestone. He became the first person ever to receive the Nobel Prize in Physiology or medicine. The Nobel Committee honored him for his work on serum therapy, especially its application against diphtheria. This award did more than recognize one man. It marked the birth of modern immunology. Despite his global fame and success, Behring's personal life was filled with challenges. He suffered from periods of severe stress and mental health struggles. The pressure of constant research, responsibility, and public expectation took a heavy toll on him. Even so, he continued working to improve medical treatments for as long as he could. Emil von Behring passed away on March 31, 1917. But his death did not end his legacy. His discoveries continue to save millions of lives every single year. Vaccines, antitoxins, and immune therapies used today are built on the foundation he created more than a century ago. Emil von Behring was more than a scientist. He was a man who gave humanity hope in a time of fear and disease. His work transformed medicine from helpless observation into active defense. One man, one discovery, and millions of lives saved. This is why Emil von Behring will forever be remembered as one of the greatest heroes in medical history.